Time's up. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Okay. Yeah, let's start our online class today. Before we start, I got some good news. Good news to share with you all. Okay. Today we have Tritu Rinpoche. He will join our online class later. So he will give us some teaching. So please look forward. Okay, he will get a short teaching. Okay. So now then we start with our class today with the set our motivation. Okay. The decision we take depends entirely on the intention where we hold. It is just like when we are driving. Motivation is the steering wheel that control where we go. Okay, therefore, setting a positive intention is very important. So our first step will be a brief breathing meditation. This helps us calm our mind, reduce distracting thoughts, and setting into a neutral state. Once the mind is neutral, it becomes much easier to transform to our motivation into positive. Okay, so to begin, we must adopt the correct physical position. So let's start by adjusting ourselves into the 7-point postures of Vairojana. First, sit comfortably, either in Vajra position or with the leg merely crossed. Second, place the right hand on top of the left. Let the tips of the tongue touch to form a triangle. Position the hands just below the navel. Keep the arms slightly away from the torso, creating two triangles. Third, keep the spine straight like a stack of coins. Fourth, ensure the shoulders are level. Fifth, keep the neck straight and the head tilted slightly forward. The chin should be slightly stucken in, applying gentle pressure to the Adam's apple. 6. Close the mouth softly. The tips of the tongue should touch and be placed against the upper palate. 7. Close the eyes on, no, not close, focus the eyes on the tips of the nose or in a manner where you can see both sides of your nose. Okay, so keep this sitting position. And now we focus on our breathing. First, breathe in slowly from the right nostril and breathe out slowly from the left. Repeat this 3 times. Second, breathe in slowly from the left nostril and breathe out slowly from the right. Repeat this 3 times. Third, breathe in slowly from both nostrils and breathe out from both slowly. Repeat this 3 times. This is the 9 rounds of breathing meditation. Repeat it as many times as needed until the mind and the body are calm, free from distractions. Okay, let's start. Okay, with a calm mind and a stable body, let's set our motivation. There are 3 levels of motivation. The first is transforming the motivation through the common small scope. Why are we practicing the Dharma together today? It is because I realized the preciousness of the human life and the reality of impermanence. I understand that our time in this life is limited. Therefore, I aspire to avoid the suffering of the lower realms and create the cause for a fortunate rebirth, so that I may continue to practice the Dharma in my future lives. Reflect on this meaning for a few seconds. Second, we move to the common medium scope. I recognize that even the highest worldly pleasure, happiness, health, wealth, etc., are all in their very nature forms of suffering. I see that all of cyclic existence is like a house on fire. My goal is to uproot the 84,000 delusions and the 3 poisons, so that I may attain liberation and the peace of nirvana for myself. Say with this meaning for a while. Okay, finally, we reach the great scope. I recognize that all sentient beings have been my kind mothers, and they are suffering just as I am. Personal peace is not enough while others are still suffering. Therefore, I will practice this Dharma to attain full Buddhahood for the sake of all mother sentient beings. May my study today become a cause for the enlightenment of every living being. This is the highest level of the mind, which we call bodhicitta. To generate this mind, there are 3 main methods. One is the 7-fold cause and effect method. Second is the method of interchanging of self and others. Third is a combination of these 2 methods. So the last 2 weeks, we have already practiced the first 2. Today, we are going to use the third method, a combination of them both, which we call the 11 topics of meditation. Please reflect on the meaning while I go through each of these points. Okay, the first point is meditate on equanimity. We start by leveling the ground of our mind. Normally, we feel close to our friends, distant from strangers, and we push away those we dislike. But we must remember the reality of impermanence. Someone who is close to me now may have been my enemy in a past life or could become a stranger in the future. Even in this one life, a best friend can become an arch enemy. In the same way, the person I dislike now could have been my greatest benefactor in the past life or may become my best friend in the future. Strangers are the same. Everything is constantly changing. Therefore, the attachment, hatred, or distance I feel is based on very short-sighted view. It shouldn't be this way. I must learn to be balanced and free from the bias of attachment, hatred, and indifference. Second point, recognize that all sentient beings have been your mothers. We must recognize that all sentient beings have been our mothers in the past. Third point is meditate on both the ordinary and special ways to record their kindness. We begin by remembering the kindness of our mother in this current life. From there, we expand that feeling to including all sentient beings. Even those who are not our mother in this life have still been kind to us in many ways. Whether they provide the food we eat or the clothes we wear, we are supported by the kindness of others every single day. Four, meditate on the wish to repay their kindness. We should repay the kindness of all mother beings. Right now, our mothers are caught in the whirlpool of samsara, and we are the ones who finally have the means to save them. If we were to ignore them and not reach out to help, it will be truly heartless. Therefore, we must remember that the responsibility of saving all beings rests on our shoulders. Fifth, meditate on the equality that exists between self and others. We must realize that we ourselves want only happiness and do not want even the slightest bit of suffering. Others feel exactly the same way. From that point of view, self and others are completely equal. Just as I have the right to be happy and free from pain, every one being has that very same right. Six, meditate on the manifold faults that result from self-cherishing. We must recognize the disadvantages of thinking only of ourselves. Every kind of suffering, from small problems with our health, our minds, our finance, or our families, all the way up to the intense suffering of the lower realms, is caused by self-cherishing. Self-cherishing is the root of all our pain. It is the inner demon that keeps us trapped in samsara. Therefore, we must recognize it as our true enemy and strive to destroy it. Seven, meditate on the manifold good qualities result from cherishing others. We must realize that all the good things we experience being born in the upper realms, having enough resource to live, and every other's pressure in samsara actually come from cherishing others. For example, because we care for others, we stop killing, and this positive karma result in a long life and a healthy rebirth. Because we cherish others, we practice generosity and stop stealing, which lead to the fruit of financial wealth. Every bit of happiness, from the smallest comfort to the state of a Buddha, is born from a heart that cares for others. It meditate the interchange of self and others. We must transform the mind that ignores others and care only for us ourselves. In this practice, we take that strong natural habit of self-cherishing and we turn it toward others. Instead of focusing only on our own comfort, we learn to cherish every other's being just as deeply as we used to cherish ourselves. This is what we mean by exchanging or interchanging self and others. Nine, meditate on taking involving a visualization that will build out your compassion, and giving involving a visualization to build out the love that wishes other happiness. Now we put this interchange into practice through the breath. With great compassion, we visualize taking in the suffering, obstacles, and pain of all beings in the form of dark smoke. As we breathe in, this smoke goes straight to our heart and completely destroy the small candles of self-cherishing that flickers there. Then with great love, we visualize giving away all our happiness, merit, and good qualities in the form of pure white light. We breathe this light out, filling every sentient being with peace and joy, completely satisfying the needs and desire of every living being. Then, meditate on the development of altruism. Just as children must be responsible for their own parents, I realize that the responsibility to free all sentient beings from suffering and lead them to true happiness is mine alone. I will take it upon myself to guide every living being to enlightenment. This is the extraordinary altruistic mind that surpasses even Shravakas and Bhattyakabuddhas. Eleven, meditate on the actual wish to achieve enlightenment. I realize that at this moment, I don't yet have the power to help every being perfectly. Therefore, I must achieve full Buddhahood as soon as possible. Only by becoming a Buddha can I truly lead all sentient beings to perfect peace. From the depths of my heart, I set my mind on reaching enlightenment for the sake of all. Okay, now we have set a very good motivation. Let's turn into the recitation before and after teaching text. Okay, just like I say before, we will have a different representative lead the recitation every week. So today we have Christine to lead us. She's from Germany, and now she is the person in charge of Garden Touring Madrid, Spain. Okay, so please turn to page 21. Let's recite together with Christine. Christine, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Papacherapji, parole tu chempi, nyungpi po. Sorry. The Heart Sutra. In Sanskrit, Bhagavan Prajnaparamitra Sridhaya. The Heart Sutra. Thus I've heard at one time the Lord was dwelling at Rayagriya on Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great host of monks and a great host of bodhisattvas. At that time the Lord was composed in the concentration on the course of Dharma called profound elimination. At that time also the noble Lord Avalokita, the Bodhisattva and Mahasattva, in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, looked down, he beheld but 5 shandas, and in their own being they were empty. Then through the inspiration of the Buddha, the Venerable Sariputra said to the noble Lord Avalokita, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should any child of good family train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? And the noble Lord Avalokita, the Bodhisattva and Mahasattva, spoke to the Venerable Sariputra as follows. Sariputra, any son or daughter of good family who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it thus. He or she beholds but 5 shankas, and in their own being they are empty. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Emptiness does not differ from form, and form does not differ from emptiness. Likewise, feelings, recognitions, volitions, and consciousnesses are empty. So Sariputra, all dharmas are emptiness, without differentiating marks. They are not produced or stopped, not defiled and not immaculate, not efficient and not complete. Therefore, Sariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no recognition, no volitions, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no tangible, no mental object, no eye element and no force, up to no mind element and no mental consciousness element, no ignorance and no extinction of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, origin, cessation, or past, no wisdom knowledge, no attainment and non-attainment. Therefore, Sariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas abide relying on the perfection of wisdom, without obscurations of thought, and so are none afraid. Transcending prevented views, they attain the end, nirvana. All Buddhas existing in the 3 times, relying on the perfection of wisdom, fully awaken to the highest perfect enlightenment. Therefore one should know, that the mantra of the perfection of wisdom is the mantra of great knowledge, the highest mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that allays all suffering, the truth, since it had nothing wrong. The mantra of perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata om gate gate paragate, parasamgate bodhisoha. In this way, Sariputra, should the Bodhisattva and Mahasattva train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Lord rose from that concentration and commanded to the noble Lord Avalokita, the Bodhisattva and Mahasattva, saying, well said, well said. O son of good family, so it is. O son of good family, so it is. Just as you have taught, should the profound perfection of wisdom be practiced, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. Thus spoke the Lord, the Venerable Sariputra, the noble Lord Avalokita, the Bodhisattva and Mahasattva, and the whole world, that assembly with devas, human beings, asuras and Gandharvas, were delighted and applauded the Lord's speech. The mantra of Simha-Pumukha. I prostrate to the gathering of Dakinis of the three places, coming from the supreme holy side of Kachu, pure land, who have powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, and regard practitioners as their children. The prayer of removing obstacles. Akasamaratsa Shadara Samayapet. Akasamaratsa Shadar Samayapet. Akasamaratsa Shadar Samayapet. Tayata Omgate Gate Paragate. Parasamgate Bodhisoa. Tayata Omgate Gate Paragate. Parasamgate Bodhisoa. Tayata Omgate Gate Paragate. Parasamgate Bodhisoa. Through the power of the great truths of the words of the exalted three jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. May all evils such as enemies, obstacles, hindrances, and adverse conditions be pacified. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse, harmful conditions. May everything conductive be contained and be the auspiciousness of everything good. May there be excellent happiness here and now. Long Mandala. Om Ben Sabumi Ahum. Here is the mighty and powerful golden base. Here is the diamond fence, the outer ring that is encircling with its iron face. In the center stands Mount Mary, the king of all mountains. In the east is the continent Puryavidaya. In the south, Jambudvipa. In the west, Aparagondaya. In the north, Uttarakurui. Around the east, Deya Ividaya. Around the south, Samara Apatsamara. Around the west, Sata and Uttamandrina. Around the north, Kurava and Kaurawa. In the east, the mountain of jewels. In the south, wish-granting tree. In the west, wish-granting cow. In the north, the uncultivated crops. To the precious wheel, the precious jewel, the precious queen, precious minister, precious elephant, supreme precious horse, precious general, great treasure ways. Lady of beauty, lady of garlands, lady of song, lady of dance, lady of flowers, lady of incense, lady of light, lady of perfume. Sun, moon, precious umbrella, banner of victory and in all directions. In the center are all the possessions precious to God and man. These magnificent collections, lacking in nothing, I offer to you, my kind and holy root guru, together with the venerable lineage gurus, and to you, inseparable from the victorious pervading Lord, the great holder of the Vajra, complete master of the doctrine, refuge and protector, Lord of victorious ones, omniscient one, great gift, venerable Geshe Tenzin Tanding, Lord of the three existences, unequaled, glorious and noble one, in order to receive from your holy mouths this profound Dharma discourse of great vehicle, we offer these universes. Please accept them from the sake of transmigrators with your great compassion. By accepting with your great love, please bestow your blessings to all the mother sentient beings. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, Mount Mary, four continents, the sun and the moon, I imagine as the Buddha land and offer to you, may all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dhammakarya sky, pray loose a rain of vast compound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. I send forth this jeweled mantra to you, precious Guru. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. By the merit created by listening to the Dharma, may I attain the state of Buddha in order to help all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. By the merits created by listening to the Dharma, may I attain the state of Buddha in order to help all sentient beings. Sangye Shodam Chokim Chonam La Shanju Bardu Dakni Gyatsuchi Dagi Chöjen Chipe Sonam Ki Chola Brenche Sakye Drupal Shok.
Continue the Lama Tsongkhapa prayer to Lama Tsongkhapa, Christine.
Sorry, yeah. To Lama Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of Tibetan sages,
Who was
an incarnation of three bodhisattvas, Avalokiteshvara, treasure of unlimited compassion, Manjusri, lord of stainless wisdom, and Vajrapani, destroyer of Mara's army. To Tsongkhapa, Lobsang Drakpa, I bow down. To Lama Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of Tibetan sages, who was an incarnation of three bodhisattvas, Avalokiteshvara, treasure of unprehendable compassion, Manjusri, lord of the stainless wisdom, and Vajrapani, destroyer of Mara's armies. To Tsongkhapa, Lobsang Drakpa, I bow down. Mikmetse Wita Chen Chen Rezi, Trimel Kempi Wangpo Yampalyang, Dupung Malu, Yomtsek Tsang Wida, Kempen Kempi Tsuket Songlang Tsongkhapa, Lotsang Drakpi Chapya Solware.
Okay, let's visualize our Guru as the principal, with all the lineage Gurus filling the sky. We request them to bless us so that we may gain true realizations through this Dharma class. And we also invite all living beings to join us in listening to the Dharma today. We hope that by practicing these profound meanings, they too may be free from samsara and achieve everlasting happiness. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone still with us today. Okay, so just as I say, Teacher Boche will come to join us about 3:45. So we still got a few minutes. So let's go over what we learned last week. Okay. I just already sent you all the text share in the group. The translation in English from Tibetan. So this just a very draft text for you all to refer. Okay. So today I share today is the latest one. Okay. So last week what we have learned is we say the stages of the path to enlightenment have four major parts. Okay. So the four major part is first is that means the greatness of the authors given in order to show that the teaching has an immaculate source. Okay, here is to prove that the Dharma we have studied is authentic and pure. We must first understand the quality of the master who wrote it. Okay. So the second point is the greatness of the Dharma given to increase one's respect for the instructions. Okay, from your the text I share is, you can see the page number 3. Okay, number 3. Now we are in the second point. Okay, in this point, we must understand the unique characteristic of this specific path and how it differs from others. Okay, by recognizing these special qualities, we develop the respect and confidence needed to truly put this instruction into practice. Okay, this is the second point. And the third point is 切望意电击确啦，念写吉达的小尾处。Okay, how to teach and listen to the Dharma that has these two greatness. Okay, last week we say the two greatness is three features and four greatness. Okay, so this is explain how to listen with the right attitude and how to teach with the right motivation. But of course, we are not listen. This Dharma is to teach. We are just to practice ourselves. Okay, so it is with the how it is a right attitude for us to listen to the Dharma. Okay, so the fourth point is the sequence in which the disciples are to be taught in the actual instructions. Damnga ngujiloma jitar triwi rimbawo. Okay, these sections explain the step-by-step order the path. It shows us how to guide a student from the very beginning all the way to enlightenment, ensuring that each realization is built on a solid foundation. Okay, this is the order. So this is the four major parts I mentioned last week. So today we will dive into the subheading of these four major parts. The first major part, the greatness of the author, given in order to show that the teaching has immaculate source. Okay, just the first one in the third page number 3. Okay, these have 3 subheadings. Okay, the subheading is in page number 4. Okay, page number 4. The greatness of the author has 3 dividends. Tampoje papu chewala sub. Okay. Hold on. Okay, the first subheading is Rik Punsung Topar Shewa Yebi Chul. Okay. The meaning is in rounding, they translate to how Atisha was born to one of the highest families. Okay, I will explain the Tibetan wording word by words. Rik means caste. In the past, India had a traditional 4 caste system. Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Sudras. Okay, so Atisha is the highest caste. The highest is a Brahmin or the priestly class, traditional teacher. Okay, the second one, second caste, the second level is the rulers or king. Okay. Vaishyas, the third one is like farmers and merchants. The lowest one, Sudras, is the laborers. Okay. So Atisha is in the highest caste. So Rik is caste. Punsum Topar. Punsum Topar means excellent, perfect, or illustrious. Okay. Xiewa Yepi is taking birth. Chul is the manner or way. Okay. So if translate directly from Tibet, is the manner of how he took birth into an illustrious family. In this subheading, this part is introduce some Atisha's family background. So Atisha was born in East India and as a prince in the kingdom of Johor, now called Bangladesh. His family was one of the most powerful and respected of that time. His father was named Yap Japo Gewapel. Okay, Yap is father, Japo is king, Gewa means virtuous, Pel means excellent quality. So his father is ruled over a vast, peaceful, and prosperous kingdom. And his mother named Yum Jummo Pemi Wesia Jian. Okay, Yum is mother, Jummo is queen, Pema means lotus, Wesia means bride, Jian possess. So she was not an ordinary lady. She was a woman with great compassion and very harmony and love. Okay, his father, his parent is not a normal, not the normal people. Okay, I see whether Rinpoche is with us already or not. Oh yeah, Rinpoche is on the line already. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you, Rinpoche with us today. So Rinpoche 자시 데레 Rinpoche
Oh, yes. Do you hear me?
yeah, now is yes, okay.
Okay, that's the leg.
Yeah, 자시 데레. 자, Rinpoche, I will pass over to you now, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the leg. And hi for everyone. So it's honor and a pleasure to participate in this platform, such a great platform that you are doing. And also it's really joyful to know you're all interested in learning such a great text like a Lamrim. So before I talked, I would like to, homage to Buddha. 관계 동생 예손에 따와 탐제 방배치 담배 춘에 댄제베 고담 텔라 차체로. So as Lama Tsongkhapa said in his Lamrim Concise, and as he said, 추대 틀에 된다 년배장 담주 최단 튼배 편 송랍 군지님 뭐 드드와 추대 틀에 된다 년배장 담주 최단 트배 편초 랍진 드버링 예배 대된 섬. So it means this concise instruction distilling the essence of all scriptures, even through reciting it or listening to it only once, the benefit of teaching the Dharma, listening to it, and so on, since such waves of merit are born to be gathered, contemplate its meaning. So as a believer, as a follower of the Buddha, and so, if we recite the text of Lamrim, and if we meditate on text of the Lamrim, and we talk about Lamrim, we achieve the all, we achieve or we accumulate kind of merit, which is very similar to study and listening and reciting all the teaching of Buddha, because the core or main teaching of Buddha is how to achieve the state of liberations and state of enlightenment. So all the subject which mentioned in Lamrim, it's how to achieve the state of enlightenment. So that's why we are so fortunate and that we have a time to talk and time to meditate and time to practice in Lamrim. So that's why it's really grateful, and it's honor that I can participate and I can contribute little contribution in this platform. So you have a Lamrim class. So why Lamrim is essential as structure, practical guide for transforming the mind and living a meaningful life. So the Lamrim teach us through the Lamrim, we learn how to make our life meaningful. So what is Lamrim actually? If we talk, yeah, of course, we all know from our spiritual point of view, just if we make the concept of Lamrim as a usual and, in daily, how to say, it's like to make it little understandable and straightforward, what straightforward talking, what means Lamrim is not just a philosophy, it's a guide of daily life. It's make us our life more meaningful. It's a Lamrim give us our in life the right direction. So that's why this is one point is important. It's not just philosophy and just a vision. It's just guide for daily life, how to live meaningful life and how to make our life more compassionate and more wise. So why we need Lamrim in our day-to-day life actually? Because through the Lamrim, we will have a lot of tools how to overcome all our day-to-day life problems. And we have a complete structure of the how to develop our mind and how to generate the mind of bodhicitta. Because the Buddha taught for over 40 years, his teaching is very vast, very it's like incountable, and it's enormous teaching. So as a beginner, sometimes we have a challenge that how to make all those teaching as a summary, because our modern days life, the most challenge is the challenge of the time, the management of time. We don't have we in our day-to-day life, we need to organize our time, and dealing with the time, it's most challenging because we have a lot of things to do in our daily life, so we don't have enough time to focus on such deep and wise teaching. So that's why without if we don't have a good structure of the practice, so we may have like we may practice randomly, or sometimes we focus on advanced ideas without foundations, and sometimes we lose motivation or directions. So that's why Lamrim organized the teachings so nothing is missing and nothing is out of order. So as visually we say, like there's one single word which cannot inspire us to achieve the state of enlightenment, because the Buddha, his principal focus is how to reduce the suffering. As Lama Tsongkhapa said, there is no single word which we can, which is not inspiring to achieve the. So that's why we cannot, take out any kind of practice and teachings. So the Lamrim, it summarizes, make this really good structure. So the Lamrim, the path of Lamrim is suitable for everyone because, we humans, we have a different elements, we have a different wishes, and we have a different, in the Tibetan we say kamdamewa, like different desires. Some people, they're only looking for their, physical and material wealth or well-beings. So some people, they're only looking for, mental well-beings, and some higher practitioner, they're looking for, well-being of all sentient beings. So that's why Lamrim, usually structure as a step-by-step, and the structure as a 3 scopes of Lamrim. We already know, but I just trying to make it as a remember. So so that's why Lamrim. So why we all are, so why we need to focus on all those 3 steps? because our intention is to achieve the state of enlightenment. So whosoever wish to achieve the state of enlightenment, our ultimate goal is, how to help others. So as a good doctor, and they need to, look after all kind of patients. Some patients, they're only looking for, immediate cure, and some patients they want to, just how to say, eliminate of specific disease, and some patients they want to have a eternal health. So that's why, as a doctor, need to satisfy all this, and need to attend all these three kind of patients, and also need to attend these three patients. So same as whosoever wish to achieve the state of Buddhahood, they need to know how to satisfy their all needs. We cannot ignore them, and we cannot underestimate their wishes and their inspirations. So we need to know how to as a the first small scope, middle scope, and the great scope. So that's why the Lamrim, it makes structure all this kind of very well stabilized. So because we believe in compassion, and we believe in the Buddhahood is our aspirations. We wish to achieve the Buddhahood, but our belief is believe in kindness and believe in wisdom. Whosoever believe in kindness and believe in wisdom, we need to satisfy their needs. We cannot ignore them, and through the good method and the wisdom. So that's why we need to learn how practice from the beginning, from the first root of the Lamrim is Guru devotion. Then human life, impermanence, sufferings, and three kind of higher trainings, etc. Then mind of bodhicittas, shamatha, wisdom of emptiness, etc. Because our practice is based on compassion and love. So so these all are help us to achieve the state of enlightenment, of course. But the practice of Lamrim, not only it's a spiritual practice, the practice of Lamrim also help us to improve our day-to-day life. Because also the practice of Lamrim not only belong to the monks and nuns, and who the person, the practitioner who lives in such a privileged place like monastery, but the practice of Lamrim, it really help us to and for modern people. So because the modern people, as a modern people, our our challenge and our main problem in these days is a stress and anxieties. And this stress and anxiety is based on fear and anxious to win, fear to lose. Then if you don't know Lamrim, if you don't have such a nice tools and pure tools, which it transform our our way to think, our way to behave. If we don't, then it's the modern life is hard life. It's a challenging, it's a very challenging life, and it's a very chaotic, and it's a very agitated. And so that's why sometimes we have a difficult to protect our inner peace. We want to have a peaceful mind, but surrounding is so destructive. So it absorbs us. So, through the practice of Lamrim, like transform problems into the path, reduce our anger, attachment, and confusion. Because the practice of Lamrim is the practice of mind training. It trains our mind and transform our, our emotional patterns. Because our emotion, most of the time, our emotion is pattern. All these patterns are anger, ignorance, delusions, So our, we are under control of delusions. So we don't have if we don't have if we don't have enough tools how to transform the anger transform into the compassion, attachment transform as a love, ignorance transform as a compassion, the wisdom. Because it's a pity that we have anger and we have ignorance and we have attachment. But the attachment and anger and ignorance actually is a raw material. Raw material. So that's why through the Lamrim we will aware, instead of feeling depressing, that we understand that we are under control by delusions like attachment, ignorance, and anger. So once you learn Lamrim and you practice Lamrim, then we will know, we will understand, and we will aware that, these all are raw material that we can transform them. We can transform. So the anger can transform the compassion, and why we agitate and why we irritate, because it's something matter. If there's nothing matter, there's no reason to feel anger and feel irritate. That means it's something. It's something matter with us. So that's why we can generate the feel compassion. So the attachment is a raw material of love. Ignorance is a raw material of wisdom. So once you developed, these three, your emotion is guided and instructed by compassion and love and wisdom. So there's no way to create negative karmas. There's no way to feel stress and feel anxieties, feel anxious, and there's no way to fear to lose and anxious to gain. As a practitioner, how to say, the compassion is the matter. The gain and lose is not our it's not our own matter. So that's why in modern life, practice like a Lamrim is very useful. Not only this practice help to the ordinary people. So that's why through the Lamrim, practice of Lamrim, we can transform. When we have a antidote, when we feel stress, we know how to practice the patience. When we have a conflict in the office or in our daily day-to-day life, we practice compassion. So when we have anxiety, so we reflect on impermanence. There's nothing can stay forever. Everything is transforming. It's it's impermanence. So Lamrim turns every experience into spiritual practice. So also and also Lamrim help us to awakening our mind. It's because Lamrim shows where we are going, and how to get there. It's a self-acknowledgement. So also once you know who you are, and where you need to go, and how to get there, because all your idea is clear. As clear as you have your idea, then you're when you focus, your focus is much more pure and less distractions. So that's why these days they are saying like distracted mind, it's a unhappy mind. So summary, so Lamrim help us to achieve our goal. Our goal is it's like make ourselves happy and promote the state of peace and happiness for all other sentient beings. So that's why through the Lamrim we can develop the mind of bodhicitta. Once you develop the mind of bodhicitta, you will have multiple benefits. Benefit for your own well-beings and benefit for all other sentient beings. So also the practice of Lamrim is not only theoretical practice. It's just a practice which get together our study, meditation, and our day-to-day life conduct. How to be everything transformed in our it doesn't matter whatever we do in our day-to-day life turns and it becomes the path of spiritual, the path of progress spiritual. So that's why the practice of Lamrim is very grateful. Whosoever have an opportunity to practice in Lamrim, it's a very fortunate, because Lamrim it transforms ordinary life into the path to enlightenment, step by step, with wisdom and compassion. So so this instruction is we are following instruction by our root guru Kishila, and so you guys have a really nice and well stabilized structure it under the guidance of Kishila. And also you have in this platform you have ardent Tenzin Lobsang. She also she has a direct instructions of Geshe-la. So these instructions it really make all of your life meaningful and drive to state of enlightenment. So because I always saying like state of enlightenment is our innate rights, because we all have a right to be kindness and be wise. Nobody deserves to live under the obscuration of ignorance and under the obscuration of malicious and anger. So that's why like a liberation and a state of enlightenment, it's not only belong to the ardent, it's belong to everyone whosoever want to achieve the state of happiness. So my time is over. So here I once again I would like to say again to thank you so much for joining you all in this platform, the Sunday afternoon teaching, and that precious human life dedicating into the dedicating to making it more meaningful and more useful and more enlightened. So thank you so much.
Okay.
Invite me in this platform. Okay.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes.
With us today. Thank you for your sharing and instructions. Thank you very much. So, okay.
Okay. So have a good Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to close here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye. Okay, now continue our story just now, okay? So thank you, Rinpoche, with us today. So maybe next week or some other days, Rinpoche and Geshe-la, our Guru, Geshe Tenzin Tandina, will come to our class also. So make sure you're always online, okay? Okay, now we continue the story just now. This is like a short story about the Atisha, okay? Just now we say the how Atisha was born in one of the highest families that we already introduced his father and mother, okay? Okay, now we continue. They both have 3 sons, okay? The Atisha's father and mother, they have 3 sons, okay? The eldest ones were named Peming Yingpo, means the essence of the lotus, okay? So this the eldest son has 5 children and 9 wives, okay? And he made a lot, okay? He was a man of great erudition. So the youngest son was named Beijing Yingpo, means the essence of quality. So he chose a spiritual path and become a bhikkhu. Bhikkhu is an ordained monk. Okay, monk is a monk also. Okay, so the middle son named Dawi Yingpo means the essence of the moon. Okay, this is the great Atisha himself. Okay, so he's the second son, the middle son. Okay, during that century, in Nalanda Monastery, in that time there's two very famous and big Buddhist monastic university. One is Vikramashila, and the other one is Nalanda. Okay, so in Nalanda Monastery he became a very famous and for his profound knowledge and spiritual realizations. Okay, so they are live in a magnificent palace called the Golden Victoria Palace, which was filled with thousands of servants and great wealth. This is important because it shows that even with all the power, wealth, and comfort, Atisha wasn't interested in the worldly things. Okay, he had everything, but he not interested in it. Atisha eventually left his royal life to study at great Indian Buddhist monastic university, such as Nalanda and Vikramashila. Okay, so he was like Buddha. He had everything, but he only wanted to find the pure Dharma to help others. Okay, he do not have any in this attachment. Okay, the power, the wealth, everything he know. He is searching for the to find the way to help others. Okay, this is a very essence of Atisha's family background. Okay, the noble and illustrious family into which he was born. This is the first point I'm talking about. Okay, so for more details, you can read in the rounding book. Okay. So the second point, we go to the second point. Second point is okay. Second point is how he attained his good quality in that very rebirth. So I explain the Tibetan words first. Ten is personal or self. Te is that. La is grammar. So te la means in that. Okay. Yunten is the good qualities of excellence. Niepa means is a honorific word forms. Okay, means attain, gain. Chul is the manner or way. Okay. So the whole sentence is mean how he attained his good quality in that rebirth. Okay. This part is about Atisha, how he achieved his great knowledge. In this heading, also got subheadings. It divided into 2 subheadings. The first is, you can see below, page number 4 below, okay? How through this monastery, how knowing many texts he gained the good qualities of scripture knowledge. And second is how engaging in proper practice he gained the good qualities of experience knowledge. Okay, I share with you in the text, the translation in English is I take from the Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand in this book. They translate in this way. So some is got some different from Tibetan. I will get the other translation to you all later. Okay, in this these details we will discuss this point, okay, shortly. Okay, so we go back to the third point just now, the top one, the greatest or the author, the third point. Okay, third point is nhiên ne tembala xiawa jepi chullo. Nie is just now we say already is honorific forms, means gain or attain. Okay, ne means after. Okay, after attain or having attained. Tenpa means the doctrine. La means is grammar. Okay, Xiaowa is activities. Jepa means to do, is honorific forms. Chul is the manner or way. Okay, in English is the things he did to further the doctrine after gain this quality. If in Tibetan is very short, is only say after attaining how he performed for the doctrine. Okay, so now this is the 3 division from the greatness of the author. Okay, the first one I already tell you all the short story, and the second one I will go we will go details to the second point is how he attained his good quality in that very rebirth has rebirth. Okay, here has 2 division. Now we go to the first division. Okay, the first division is Mang tu Qianba Lung Ge Yun Den Ye Bi Chul. Mang tu Qianba Lung Ge Yun Den Ye Bi Chul in English is how knowing many texts he gained the good qualities of scriptures knowledge. Okay, Mang is many, meanings many. Tu is grammar. Mang tu is many. Okay, a lot. Qianba is knowing. Okay, or great learning or knowledge. Okay, having vast knowledge. Ge is grammar, is something like of or comma as. Okay, Yun Den is the good qualities or excellence. Niepa is attain or gain. Okay, Chul is the manner or way. If translate like directly from Tibet, is the manner of attaining the quality of scriptural knowledge by knowing many scriptures. Okay. So here is talk about how Atisha attain the scriptural knowledge. Atisha is just like Alama Tsongkhapa. He his knowledge of the Dharma was as vast as the ocean. He mastered both the sutras and the tantras, but his learning didn't stop at Buddhism. He also truly understood the various Hindu schools of that time, whether it was Buddhism or non-Buddhism philosophy, he understood them very perfectly. He's or everything, every school different philosophy in Buddhism or non-Buddhism, he's can truly understood very well. Okay, so this is talk about his spiritual knowledge. Okay, this in this first point. And the second point is chul yin rupa topi yun ting chul. Here means how engaging in proper practice, he gained the good qualities of experiential knowledge. Okay. Chul means the manner, okay, or way. Yin is according to or as such, like komota, like you follow the instruction, like the our guru say, you follow what they say, you do is like what they say. So chul yin is you follow their instruction and you practice like they say. Okay, so it's chul yin rupa means rupa is practice. So practice what our guru tell us, we practice like what they say. So okay, they mean chul yin rupa. Here in English we say proper practice. Proper practice is what is the meaning is proper is like this. No is I study very hard, or I study what I think is good for me. Is no, is the follow the instruction, like the instruction master how to guide, then we do. This is called the proper practice. Okay, so tokpa mean realization. Yunten is excellent or good qualities. Nyepa is gain or attain. Chul is manner. Okay, so translate like that directly is been the manner of attaining the qualities of realizations through proper practice. Okay. In this point is talk about how Atisha followed his guru instructions and meditated, eventually achieving very high realizations. Okay. So is here you think this is follow his guru instruction. That means chul yin rupa. In English cannot exactly like the meaning like Tibetan. The Tibetan meaning is very more meaningful. Is you must follow what the guru's instruction and do exactly the same, not the way you like. Okay, this is very important. So he follow his instruction, his guru's instructions. So he do exactly like the guru's instructions. So he have a realizations very fast. Okay, very fast. So same to we are also the same. Okay, so if we devotion to a guru, now we have the same guru Geshe Tenjing Tangding La. So if his instructions we do so, we can have some realization in this life also. Okay, so we must as for so must how to say just how to say Berlin. Okay, very keep hardworking. Okay, hardworking. In this life, if we only learn put our time on in this learning. Okay, only in this is enough for our life. If we can, the first is devotion guru, and in the common medium scope, if these two basic we can practice very well and got small realization, and this life we will not regret for this life already, because this feel something like very common or very basic level, but we know a lot. But the real sensation is the real feeling and the fear realization of devotion of Guru, we still very far away. I think 84,000 far kilometers away. Okay, so we don't just want to find a very deep or profound dharma. From now, we must that like Geshe-la say, we must now focus on practicing, not only on theory. The practicing is we do is to meditate the meaning we learn in the running from step by step. So now the beginning we only know the author, the story, this dharma where come from. This for our, we know what we learn. So later the important points to meditate is will come below. Okay, so this is only the introductions that we need to know. We no need to focus many time in this front part. The most important part will come below. Okay, so I think now is 4:22 minutes already. So this details the story. We will continue next week. So next week we will have the other Sangha, okay, my partner, Xiaopi. She will guide you all together to continue the point today. So if you all have any question or if you any comment or any suggestions, you all can text me so we can improve our class. And or you have got any doubt or anything wrong, you can text me too. Okay, we can. Don't worry, I will get angry or you don't you scared worried to tell me. Okay, I'm okay. I want to learn more. We can learn together, discuss together, so we can hand on hand and attend the Buddhahood together. Okay, we must together. Okay, we are Sangha. Okay, so it's time's up now. So we do our dedication. Same next week, I hope got some volunteer to tell me I can lead the reading, okay, for a recite from before and after. Okay, so now we go to the textbook. Okay, turn to page number what? Which page number? From the short mandala, we start from page 47. Okay, so Christine,
Yeah.
are you ready? Yeah.
This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and the moon, I imagine as a Buddha land and offer it to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. May my venerable Lama's life be firm, his white divine action spread in 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Losang always remain, dwelling the darkness, of all beings in the 3 realms. In all our lives, may we never be separate from genuine gurus. May we enjoy the splendor of the Dharma, and by perfecting the qualities of the paths and stages, may we swiftly attain the level of Vajradhara. With the blessings of the victorious Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the dependent origination, the truth without lies and distortions, along with my pure altruistic motivation, please fulfill all wishes toward enlightenment. Due to this virtue, may I quickly become a Guru Buddha and lead all migratory beings without exception to that state. May the precious Supreme Bodhicitta not yet born arise. May that horizon not decline, but increase forever. May the precious view of emptiness not yet born arise. May that horizon not decline, but increase forever. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjusri, who knows reality, and just like Samantabhadra as well. I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue, with the dedication praised as the best, by all the gone beyond victorious ones to the 3 times, in order to have good conducts of Samantabhadra. The 4 verses dedication. The most precious merits we dedicate to all beings in samsara, to eliminate all their negative karmas and obstacles, and achieve the peerless Buddhahood. Dedication to Lama Tsongkhapa. By the force of the victorious one, Tsongkhapa, acting as our direct Mahayana virtuous friend in all our lives, may we never turn away for even a second from the pure path highly admitted by the victorious ones. Venerable Lama Tsongkhapa, residing in Tushita or Pure Land, wherever you live, we wish to be your closest entourage. First, listen to the Dharma teachings extensively, followed by taking all the scriptures as instructions, then practice day and night, and dedicate to the flourished Buddha Dharma in the future.
Okay, sorry, I didn't turn on my mic. So okay, so we dedicate the phrase the verse the Geshe-la teach us. Okay, remember? Chỉ是能看内巴当肉啊，只是内觉的吧，只是当能内觉的内肉为东内小话说。In English, they will share already to you all that when we recite together. Okay, as long as space endures, as long as sentient beings remain, until then, I remain. Until then, may I too remain and dispel the miseries of the world. Okay, we right now this every time we end of the class we can recite these two. Okay, so now we dedicate for our own dedication. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Okay, so we will see you all next week. I hope to see you all again and keep practicing. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jacobo.
Thank you. Bye.